I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners. Today is Thursday, July 9th, 2020. Time is 7 p.m. Please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would you take the roll, please?
President Riley?
Here.
Vice President King?
Here.
Commissioner Carlson?
Here.
Commissioner Egan? Commissioner Janner?
Here.
Commissioner McBroom? Commissioner Todd? Here.
Do we have anyone signed up in the public to speak?
We do not.
Okay, we'll start with updates and reports, and Bridget, I'd ask that you read the Riverwalk Commission report.
At the June 10, 2020 meeting, the Riverwalk Commission approved the draft Riverwalk 2031 master plan and directed commissioners to reach out to community partners and key stakeholders to seek their input. 2 meetings have taken place, one with the Riverwalk Foundation and the second with the City and Park District official staff. The RWF Riverwalk Foundation was excited about the master plan and is exploring a couple of projects. The response from attendees at the City Park District meeting was supportive and received well. A meeting with North Central College and Edward Elmhurst Health is planned in the next 2 weeks, with additional outreach to other key community partners and stakeholders after that. Comments are being collected from the meetings and will be discussed at the PDC following the last stakeholder meeting. Changes to the document will be made accordingly. A final draft will be brought to the Riverwalk Commission in September for approval. The document will then be taken to the Park Board and City Council for endorsement. The next public Riverwalk Commission meeting will take place on August 12, 2020 at 7:30 a.m., taking place remotely in the Zoom meeting.
Thank you. Next is the Parks Foundation report, Commissioner Janner.
No report tonight.
Next is the Finance Committee, Vice President King.
Yes, I called Sue and Josh will meet the second Friday of every month starting August 14th. Nothing to report as yet, but we've set a date.
Okay. Legislative Committee, Commissioner Carlson.
We have not met yet. We'll be setting a date shortly.
Next is Parks and Recreation Committee. I'll deliver a report for the last meeting that we had, and then turn over to Commissioner Janner. The first meeting of the Parks and Rec Committee for the new board year was held at the Administration Building Boardroom on Friday, June 19th, 2020. Director Schutz reported that in early February 2020, we received a call from a local realtor regarding the placemaking grant offered through the Regional Realtors Association, Main Street, and the National Association of Realtors. The purpose of this grant is to create or enhance free public spaces and offer at least 10 activities. Working with staff in Parks and Planning, it was determined that Commissioners Park playground renovation would be the best project to support. Approval was received by the realtor for $15,000 for elements of the playground project, including a park bench, picnic table, game table, pollinator garden, and other items. Restrictions on timing of expenses and the impact of COVID-19 on our budget leads to open issues with this grant, so stay tuned. Director Schutz advised the committee that the planning department is conducting their annual capital projects open house at 5 p.m. on August 13, 2020 at the RCC, just prior to the regular board meeting. He also discussed rescheduling the capital projects tour postponed due to COVID-19 towards the end of July. Director Wilson provided an update to be included with this week's weekly packet for full board review, covering district financials, recreation programs, and recreation department operations year to date. Director Schutz provided an overview of capital projects in progress. The Wolves Crossing Community Park project is on schedule for completion in September of this year and is tracking below budget. We're looking to open 95th Street Community Plaza. Now, park improvements are going well and completion is anticipated for fall 2020. Director Wilson reported that our next big reopening will be Fort Hill, which was expected the following week. He also informed the committee that unfortunately we will not be holding our annual volunteer celebration in the summer. We'll look for an alternative to recognize and thank our volunteers. Superintendent Carlson updated the committee on golf. Rounds under phase 3 restrictions have dramatically increased. Total revenue for the month was up 20%, memberships up 17% for the year, and our first junior camp has 47 attendees. There is a 17% increase in our junior 9-hole League, which started that week, and all program registrations are looking positive. He also reported that the biggest challenge to the Parks Department continues to be staffing as program returns. Additionally, a well that recharges the pond that provides water for the irrigation system at Commissioners Park is failing. The pump motor is no longer operable and requires replacement, which requires complete well removal at a cost just under $15,000. Director Luthman shared that the program guide printing and delivery will be suspended through the end of this year at a cost savings of approximately $55,000 per season. Production time for the program guide production generally requires an 8 to 10 week time frame, but it's been collapsed down to 5 weeks, which affords staff a great deal of flexibility to respond to changes as guidelines change and programs come back online. Going forward, we do plan to budget for the 2021 printing and delivery. We'll evaluate whether this change will be permanent. Now I'll turn it over to Commissioner Chandler.
Thank you, President Riley. The next meeting of the Parks and Rec Committee will be on Friday, July 17th at 10:30 a.m. and the committee meeting will remain on the third Friday of each month at 10:30 a.m., which has been the custom for the last year. Thank you.
Okay, next is the Board President monthly report. Well, what a year it's been, and it's only half over. In my last report to the board as president in June of last year, I congratulated Rich Janner for coaching the Montini Catholic High School baseball team to become the Class 3A state championships. Here it is July, and baseball is just getting started, albeit with a mix of uncertainty and delays. The well-designed plans and programs that our staff put together for this year were derailed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Shutdowns, changing restrictions, falling revenue, personal health and safety issues, and uncertainty all contributed to a chaotic 2020. Social distancing and face coverings were unknown concepts at the beginning of this year. Now they're standard operating procedure. Through all of this, our staff has stayed true to our mission, to provide recreational park experience that promote healthy lives, healthy minds, and a healthy community. Virtual programs went from 0 to almost 1,000 participants in the blink of an eye. Our marketing department reworked the process for our program guide to produce it virtually and faster to keep up with the rapidly changing environment. Even with supply chain challenges, projects have been kept on track. Wolf's Crossing Community Park will come online in September, likely under budget, to serve the needs of the rapidly growing population in southwest Naperville. The Knock Park improvements will be completed late this fall. And today, we turned the water on for the splash pad at the 95th Street Community Plaza. I went there to see this attraction when the water was turned on at 9 a.m. By 9:05, there were probably 35 kids running through the various water features, laughing all the way. The parents observed and socialized while practicing social distance guidelines, and they all had smiles on their faces. This is just the kind of thing people need now. We've got a long road to go before we're through this pandemic. Healthy outdoor activities like this make the journey more tolerable. Now for our Executive Director's report.
Thank you, President Riley. As you said, families anxious for a place to cool off and have fun in this hot summer sun, summer weather. Now have a place to go. As of today, we are excited to announce that the 95th Street Community Plaza is officially open, including a splash pad, a storybook-themed playground, restrooms, the Wagner Family Pavilion, shaded seating areas, pathways, and landscaping. We're grateful to the officials of the Illinois Department of Public Health for taking time this week to inspect the splash pad so that the permit could be used for issue. Please note that we require that social distancing be observed and that no more than 50 people be in the splash pad area at one time. The Park District will be hosting a ribbon cutting ceremony for the new plaza on Thursday, July 16th at 4 p.m. The new plaza is located just south of 95th Street Library on Cedar Glade Drive. Also, as of earlier today, families have another place to cool off during the lunch hour. On weekdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we are hosting the Midday Spray on Rotary Hill near the downtown area. Kids can run through the water sprayer and families can picnic on the hill, and it's free to participate. The Midday Spray will run through the end of July. We hope our community will enjoy this fun way to cool down and find some relief from this summer heat. This month we will kick off 3 favorite outdoor summer events. The Children's Lunch Hour Entertainment presented by Living Well Dental, concerts in your park, and a night at the movies. Thanks to support from our sponsors, these events are free to the public. Children's Lunch Hour began this past Tuesday, and Concerts in Your Park starts at the Sunday, July 12th at Arrowhead Park. The Night at the Movies begins Friday, July 24th with Toy Story 4 shown at the new 95th Street Community Plaza. Those planning to attend are asked to review the COVID-19 participation guidelines on our website prior to attending. With Fort Hill Activity Center now open under Phase 4 of the Restored Illinois Plan, we are offering $0 enrollment to become a Fort Hill Fitness member. Both in-person and virtual group exercises classes are available, as well as use of the fitness equipment and indoor track, with new safety protocols and guidelines in place. It's a great time to join the encouraging and supportive fitness community at Fort Hill and get back into shape. Finally, registration for fall Naperville Youth Soccer and Naperville Premier League Soccer is now underway. Practices start August 24th, and the first game is scheduled for September 12th. Be a part of the Naperville Park District's proud soccer tradition. To learn more, go to napervilleparks.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have the consent agenda. Bridget, would you read the items on the consent agenda?
Item 4.1, approve June 2020 disbursements in the amount of $3,008,202.93. 4.2, approve June 2020 customer refunds in the amount of $14,950.35. 4.3, approve June 11, 2020 executive session closed meeting minutes. 4.4, approve June 18, 2020 special meeting minutes. 4.5, approve June 18, 2020 executive session closed meeting minutes. And 4.6, approve June 25th, 2020 regular meeting minutes.
Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
Move to accept consent agenda items 4.1 through 4.6.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Bridget, call the roll, please.
Vice President King,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Carlson,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
No.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
absent, President Riley.
Yes.
Well, then we don't have a consent agenda established.
Say it.
Commissioner Egan voted no on establishing the consent agenda, so we don't have.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna vote yes to the consent agenda, no to the overall vote.
Okay.
I was calculating distance over here versus us, I'm sorry, I see 6 feet over here, not 6 feet over here, I was lost my memory.
So we do have a consent agenda.
Yes, he's.
Yes, please, correct my vote to aye.
He's establishing the consent agenda if he's going to. Next vote.
Next meeting, or you might do.
Move to approve consent agenda items 4.1 through 4.6.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? This is a voice vote. All
No,
in favor?
not anymore, they're all roll calls.
Roll call, please.
Vice President King,
Yes.
Commissioner Todd,
Yes.
Commissioner Carlson,
Yes.
Commissioner Egan,
No.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
President Riley.
Yes. Next, we have unfinished business, but we have no unfinished business. Our next scheduled meeting is, next regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners is July 23rd, 2020, 6:30 p.m. right here in the Fort Hill Activity Center multipurpose room. We have no executive session item for this evening, so I'll ask for a motion for adjournment.
Move to adjourn the July 9th, 2020 meeting.
A motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you all.